Is it working now? Hello, is it working? Yep, we're alive. First time on the account, so not everything's been set up. Yep. Do we have to redo the intro now? I'm just seeing my settings. There. It should be working now. On the lap with Con. Or invalidates. Very quick time. And the other Ferrari invalidates. Are both invalidating. What about Wisey Boy? And he invalidates. Let's go on board with let's go on to Thad Fast. Just starting his lap. Hopefully we get a clean lap. Yeah, that's Wisey Boy, he just invalidated. Don't know why he wouldn't just hold back and then get a gap. And who's that spun? Sir Haas. Is the chat alright, or have we messed up again? Yep. Oh, Jamie is up 8 tenths. And Jamie goes to pole with a 1:14.3. I just came off that fast because I saw Jamie go so fast. Okay. Same corner. Let's go on board with Electric Blade. I think they might both have just lost it. Okay. On board. That was Wisey Boy, and he probably just hit the curb and spun. I don't know. Oh, ooh. Electric Blade lose it a bit. Not many people have actually finished a lap time. And Electric Blade invalidates again. Who's the Red Bull? That is a huge improvement. Let's go on board. Probably leaving a bit on the table. Don't keep it too tight. Ooh, he loses time. Is there anyone else on that? Has makes it into, keeps it in 10th. I'm on board with Muzzer. Going through the final sector now. Not keeping it super tight. Ooh. And JSAC finally sets a lap time and it's good enough for 4th. So it's really close with a 14.899 from R-Bar. With also a 14.9 for Dynamo, 15.0 for JSAC, 15.1 for Real R-Life, but Jamie half a second above everyone else. Mental. You say that, but that he is equal with everyone else. In all the races, he is equal in pace with everyone. He just manages to get that half a second, well, that few tenths on everyone else. And he retires in the pits because he can't improve, or he doesn't want to waste some soft tyres after we've already had 2 crashes. And R-Bar cuts the middle sector, chicane, well, don't know what turns they are, but invalidates. Let's go on board. And JSAC manages to get P2 on a second run on those softs. Let's go to tyres. Yeah, they are 2 lap old. They won't be the best condition at the beginning of the race because tyre wear is pretty high around this circuit. Yeah, I think you might be trying to save his tyres. Who's on our lap? I'm on board with Wisey Boy, but I don't know. Yeah, Racer. And he invalidates. Didn't realise, but Hecht, Muzzer and Haz, along with JSAC, have all done their soft runs on warm tyres, so both alphas, both starting their lap. Even though they're a new team, they are working together. I think that is it? Yep. He has. Jedi Ooh, on the limits. Almost 7 tenths up. That will put him about P10. He might be able to maybe get all the way up to P7 if he keeps it clean. P5. Very strong. And Racer gets P10 and Wisey Boy P6. And J Prentice, Electric Blade. Oh, Wacky Racers, 79. Final sector. He might be going for the second row if he keeps it clean. Ooh. Very bad. And that's it. That is it. Let's look at tyres. And all Mazda. P10 on the worn softs. I would not want to do that. P9 and P8 also on some worn softs. So there might be a bit of a gap forming early on with the top bunch and then the people that get stuck behind these tyres. Because these softs will be fast. They'll be quicker than mediums at this stage, but they'll drop off quickly. That is bad. Yeah. Well, Mick Schumacher has crashed quite a lot this year. So, well, P1, Jamie, with a 1:14.3, 4 tenths ahead of anyone else. Bloody hell. Perfect timing. So what do you think the strategy will be? 1 or 2 stop? Do you think we'll see a safety car? And it looks like the lobby is working, which is great. So this will be good. Well, that will be a penalty point, I think. Yes, you can. I'll go through the tyres. And as Jamie sets us off, we'll go on board with... Let's go on board with comms for the formation lap. Wow, that is surprising. That is a shock. I would have done medium. I would have gone for like a medium, soft. Because you're only losing. If you keep up with everyone, it's great. But can you keep up? That is the real question. Has everyone got a good fuel amount? Is anyone risking going under fuel? Ooh, Jedi's. I think that's too big of a risk. Because this track does burn your fuel. So I think lowering that fuel amount is not the smart idea unless you're banking on a safety car. Might have had a bit of a spin. Well, I'll leave it to you. Apart from Wisey Boy. Oh, someone going a bit wide. I think it was an Alpha. Maybe with Dynamo. Making the moves, up 7 already. Very good first lap. Making full use of. Yep, and as we see at the front three, maybe playing a gap at the moment, but definitely keeping position. Because Jamie almost trying to break that DRS, which will be very important because it can save a lot of ERS, which is not the easiest to save around here. Can I be heard, or is it? Or is that Jimmy? That is good for me, but that is bad for you. Okay, Jamie already got a bit of a gap. That is a bit worrying for the rest of the grid because Jamie has won a lot of races this year, and him win another one would probably do even more for his championship. I suppose he is already quite ahead of everyone else. Who should we look at? Let's go to electric. Let's see my settings. Party settings. What can be done then? I don't know. Well, you can only hear one of us. So let's go on tyres. All the medium runners have dropped down to near the back, and Spud has already made a pit stop, which we forgot to see. Which is very unfortunate because Spud's not finished many races this season. And I think we would all like to see him finish at least another one this season. Here we got J-Sack trying to overtake R-Bar. We've also got the bout of the Aston versus the Alpha. But R-Bar stays ahead of J-Sack, or is that overtaking? That is overtaking him. Well done for R-Bar. Hopefully to push on and try and get up to Jamie, who already has a 2.5 second gap to the rest. Let's stay with these guys because they're giving us some good battling action and they're at the front. Already on lap 6, people will be starting to think about their tyre wear right now. Maybe it's not to pit as we see Muzzer pitting. Hecht making a move on the racer down the straight to get into P6. What are the penalty situations at? 3 seconds for Real R Life, Racer, Wisey Boy, Spudhead and Matty Robo. I could see a lot of penalties this race because it's very easy to cut and extend in this middle sector and also in the first sector. Not so much in the third sector, but it's very easy. Jamie still extending his gap at the front. R-Bar, J-Sack, Jedi and Real R-Life all keeping up with each other in the battle for second. Hecht, Racer battling for 6th with Wacky Racers battling Con with Electric Blade behind battling for P8. Con makes the move And I think that is Spud, who has not got a front wing. So it's a virtual safety car. Will anyone pit? Spud will pit. Don't think they'll. It might be out by the time of a safe race, but okay. So should we leave the party then? Yeah. Hello, I am here. Yeah. Can anyone hear us? Hopefully this doesn't annoy all the races. Spud crashes, cause another virtual safety car. Will lead us home. Hi. Just audio. How do I turn you up? Oh no, this should be good. Sorry for this, everyone. We are having more technical issues. I don't know what we can do. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Real R-Life pits, which... Ooh, Jedi crashes. Will that cause the safety car? No. Ooh, Dynamo spins. And cuts the pit lane. Jamie still in the lead. Pretty far ahead. J-Sack, P2, 4 seconds down. Arbot in third on the hards. Your Life comes out in fourth. Pretty surprising. On the mediums, Hecht in P5 in the DRS of Real R Life. Doesn't have it this lap because he just came out the pits. Con all the way up to P6. Very good recovery from Con. Ooh, and he loses it a bit. Under pressure from Muzzer, who pit a bit earlier. Electric Blade, P8, trying to close in on Muzzer. Doesn't want to be stuck without DRS because that will make his race very long. Racer and Wacky Racers both follow in with Jay Prentice as Wisey Boy in 13th, under push from Dynamo, who makes the move. On Wisey Boy, and Matty and Badfast. Where are the penalties at? Has anyone got 6 seconds? Yes. Real R Life in 5th has 6 seconds. Electric Blade has 6 seconds, and so does Wisey Boy. That is pretty easy to get, but only 12 laps in. That's a long time. Positions gained. Con in P6, up 11 places. Yeah. So I can hear you, but no one else can. You can be my conscience, Jen. I can hear you in my ear. Who's down a few? Dynamo and Wisey Boy. Dynamo was having that spin. I don't remember what happened to Wisey Boy because it's been very unfortunate with this stream so far. Matthew Robo in 15th. Not making any positions. Not what he would have wanted, but that's what he probably would have thought coming into this race. So Jamie still in first, with a gap slowly coming down from JSAC, but Arbor in third, with the hards, so he will not have to stop again unless there's a safety car. Oh, Wisey Boy, which will cause a safety car, which Jamie misses. Which means... Will anyone pit? Heck does. What tide you go on? All of them going fresh mediums. So these tyres should make it to the end. It will be difficult to make these tyres last to the end, but they should. Electric Blade make it safe that he will go to the end on those hards. It will bring back Matty and Adfast back into the race after that early pauses. And Badfast doesn't have a helmet, which is a bit confusing. Love to see that there's still these glitches in the game. Ooh, Jamie doesn't pit. Wants to keep track position. JSAC pits, R-bar pits. Real R-Life doesn't pit. Wacky Races doesn't, has, does. Joe Prentice, Donald don't. And then Hecht pitting again. Don't know what for. Did he? For what? Well, the medium should have made it to the end, but... What was that? Real R-Life, sitting in P2, 3.3 laps overfueled. That's what TAS says. That is a lot of fuel. That is a lot. So we will be waiting for Matty, Badfast, Hecht, and has to catch up to the rest of the train to get this race back and running. Go on board with Jamie behind the Mercedes safety car. Last week we had the Aston Martin safety car. Back to the Mercedes for this week. Which is nice to see two different ones in the game. And we have Jamie leading it again. Which is normal because Jamie is the quickest here. Which means he's normally at the front. Be interesting to know if any of these guys will hit again for a fresh set. Here we have electric blade pitting for fresh mediums. Matty doesn't pit. Don't know why. I'm doing a free pit stop. Much lower tyre wear. With the lack of strategy gone, it will be very difficult for those guys on penalties to differ, and be much easier for all the guys behind to stay in that DRS and get those extra places, which they'll like, and those with penalties will not. As the safety car comes in, the pace will be followed by Jamie, who will dictate when he wants to go. Green flags will go on the start finish straight, going pretty fast, and it will go whenever. Real life goes with him. Everyone seems to be going with it. There's Ferrari and Alfa making mistakes. Something's happened to them. It keeps the same at the front. Jamie leads from Real R Life, Wacky Racers, J Prentice, RR, On, Racer, Muzzer, Het and Has in the top 10. Followed by Electric Blade, Matty, who makes the move on Bad Fast, followed by Bad Fast, followed by Jasek and Donamo, who have made those mistakes at the beginning of the restart. We see Con making a move in R-Bar. R-Bar dives it back down, cuts the corner, gets a penalty, and Con spins after a bit of contact. Both Ferraris spun round, and those very warm tyres will be hard to keep on pace. So Con will be pretty slow, and then under pressure from Bonamo. Probably going into this next sector. Electric Blade right on the rear of Tasmania. Jedi has left the session after his DNF. And as we have DRS enabled, but it won't matter for the top 3, as they've all broken DRS to the car in front and behind. We will first see it this lap from Arba, trying to make the move on J Prentice. Has and Electric Blade battling, amazing battle. Has does the switchback, go side by side. Has goes around the outside, takes the inside, pushes him wide, and gets the move done. Very good move. Arbor right behind Prentice. Ooh, behind Mother and Racer. Going very wide, Racer is. Will we see multiple moves made on the straight? Arbor makes the move on J Princess. Hecht makes the move, tries to on Mother, goes around the outside, takes the inside. Oh, Arbor out. Massive spin and crash. I'm pretty sure that's where Marina crashed. Yeah, yesterday. Causes another safety car. 16 laps. Is it 16 laps to go? Yeah. Will anyone put on the softs? That is a question. I wouldn't think so early on, but maybe the guys at the back, after a lap, will put on those softs because they have a lot of pace and they can probably make it 12 laps. Obviously there isn't 12 laps to go, but there's a safety car. So hopefully one or two people risk it. And if not, they'll just go to fresh mediums and hopefully have some pace to make some battles. Prentice and Muzz have both hit. Ooh, straight for softs. And has. Very interesting. 3 people pit for softs, 2 for mediums. I do like seeing that. Okay, so we have Jamie, We Are Alive, Wacky Racers, Racer, Hecht, Electric Blade, Matty, GSAC, Con, Francis on the mediums, followed by Muzzer, Has on the softs, Batos on the mediums, and Bonano on the softs. They'll be sure to make the moves. As I thought, Matty makes another lap to lower the tyre wear to make it a lot easier on the tyre wear, because those softs will be a lot quicker. I'll be expecting to see Muzzer make it maybe up to P5 if he can get those tyres working. Oh, Has spins it. It's confusing. Spins it into the safety car. Very clear and hot day here at Mexico, so those tyres were already hot and ready to go. So, ooh, has just slams it into Matty. And as we are ready to go off again, looks to be some decent with as Jamie goes, and Real R Life gets a very poor exit. Loads of people are trying to overtake him. Racer made the move, and as they go too wide, ooh, many positions, many cars going side by side. So much is happening. Jamie looks like he's got away clean from Racer and Real R Life, who's survived from making these issues after that poor exit, so only one position lost from it, which is very good for him. Then Wacky Races, then Has, who pits, then Hecht, Muzzer making the move. Whoever's going to use more ERS will make the move. Muzzer gets the move done on those softs, and now will power on to maybe attack the rest and maybe even go for a win, which he will definitely be up to the challenge too. That gets up for the second penalty for corner pattern. Seems to be a big train which is taking up the entire grid, bar Jamie, Jay Prentice and Hans, which is nothing surprising because this tit is very close and very well managed. Real Life making a move on Racer. Muzzer trying to use those softs but doesn't have the speed down the streets to make some moves. Will he go for it now? He can break so much later. Will he dive it? He has no ERS to make the move though, that is the issue. He is around with he's one of the people with the lowest ERS amount. To make those moves you do need ERS and you do use it. It is a overtake button and you can only use it a few times. But knowing that, Matty Robo making moves in the corners using those softs on the agent mediums of JSAC. Battle for P2. Racer goes back past Real R Life with Wacky Racers also making the move. Looks like Real R Life has some end plate damage. Don't know where you got that from, but oh, there's big more contact. It's Matty and Electric Blade. It's very unfortunate. Oh, Muzzer. I think he spun. Maybe that plate damage from your life, making him lose so many possessions. He'll probably pit at the end of the lap and put in some softs. It's very difficult for him to drive. It's a very high downforce track, and losing some damage. Losing some end plates will do a lot of damage. But that has allowed Jamie to pull massively on the rest. So he is 3.5 seconds down the road with no penalties, which will, for him, not mean much, but for Wacky Racers, who is in a battle, those penalties will mean a lot for him, as he will not have to think about defending that hard, because he knows that those positions will be his. Lap 28 of 36, 3 people pitting, Electric Blade, Real Life and Matty Robo. Those 3 needing a safety car to get back into the race. But Jamie sitting at the front again, leading the race very well. He's in his comfort zone, he knows what he's doing. He's doing everything well. He's got no worries at the moment. We got Racer, who is trying to pull a gap from the guys behind because he doesn't want to get stuck in the DRS train, because that will lose him a lot of time to the likes of Wacky Racers and Hecht, who again are battling down the inside. Dynamo behind them as well. J-Sack and Bad Fast going side by side. J-Sack runs him wide and keeps P6. Has overtakes Muzzer. Muzzer can't make it down the inside, does he? As they go side by side. Going into the middle sector, makes the move and keeps it. But overtake P4 Dynamo on those softs, making moves. Can't get within DRS, but it's made a big enough gap that he won't be under threat. Oh, Wacky Racers pits. And as a driver on penalties, without any penalties, I was hoping that he could have got to the end and done very well, but it's all those soft runners that is very difficult to battle with. But those fresh softs will be very quick, and he'll be hoping to get on the back of them anyway. Real R Life sets the fast lap with 1:16.8. Very good lap time. But will he be able to overtake people? The points being only 5 seconds away, but he does have a penalty, which I'm pretty sure will make it that he has to overtake the 2 cars in front and close in that 14-second gap. As we go on board with Dynamo, who's lined up for third. opens DRS, which Racer does not have. Should be a pretty simple move. Keeps the move, Dynamo into P3. Muzzer get the overtake done on J Prentice. Dynamo right on the back of Hex, looking to take P2 and then maybe push on to Jamie, who's been just the quickest this race. He got pole, he's led the whole race, and he's just done very well. But will Dynamo, after making an overtake on Hecht, will he have the pace? Oh, bad fast, making a move on the Racer. Those who pit under the safety car to go in the softs are doing very well, because you have Dynamo in P2 and Bad Fast in P3, as we have Muzzer, who spun at turn 3. As he spins, hopefully he doesn't disrupt those cars right behind him all. As he spins and makes contact with Electric Blade. Okay, so Dynamo gap to leader is 4.1 seconds. At the end of that we'll see what the gap is after, but will it be straightforward because Hecht making the move, thinking about his own race, not really caring about Dynamo's position and trying to advance. The reason why I'm not looking at the penalties is because I want it to be exciting for when the finish line comes, and it would be very interesting to see where everyone else turns out. Like he races 7 seconds off J Prentice, which is very good considering I saw the gap is 14 seconds when he put those tyres on, so he probably will gain a few positions, but only P7 probably for him, as there is a 10-second gap. So Dynamo still 4 seconds, so Hecht does have the pace to chase down Jamie if they work together. This will be very interesting, but he looks to be so far behind to make the move himself. But J-Stack makes the move before the corner on the Racer, as they push on to get Bad Fast if his time is degree quick enough. Muzzer sitting at the back, unfortunate after his incident with spinning, still in the race, trying to pump in that fastest lap, which would be very good for him if he does. just to take a point off anyone else, which I'm pretty sure might be real life, which it is. Dynamo's still behind Hecht, can't make the move. Hecht very low on the RS, as we see the red light on the back of this car. Oh, electric blade crashes. It's too late for a safety car, so there will not be one. A lap earlier, we probably would have had a safety car. Don't think we would have liked to see this race finish under safety car either, as Mazda picks the fastest lap in P11 as well, after Matty pits, also to go for faster lap. Dynamo saving his ERS up to make a move on Hecht as we go on to the final lap. Jamie in the lead, 3 seconds ahead. Dynamo will use all his ERS. And he gets past Hecht going into turn 1, and he will have the ERS and the DRS to defend. As we see Wacky Racers on the back of J Prentice. Both equal on ERS, but the DRS and the slipstream makes him go ahead even on the quick car in a straight line, that is the McLaren of J Prentice. Hecht not falling that back from Dynamo, but not being able to overtake him in the end. And as we see the celebrations of the Mexican crowd, Jamie will take another win of the season and wins with Dynamo P2. Hecht will take P3. Bad Fast takes P2. Hecht P3, JSAC P4, Racer P5, Dynamo P6, has P7, Wacky Racers P6, pushes the other two down one, and J Prentice finishes 9th, Real Isla finishes 10th, and then that leaves Mazza and Matty to finish as the only 2 people outside the points. And last one is Matty. Will he get the fastest lap? Taking the praise and the celebrations of all the Mexican crowd. Will he get it? Don't know. And that is the race. Bad Fast getting driver of the day, which I can't really disagree. He started 16th and he finished 2nd. Don't think you could have done more. Jamie, the familiar face of winning in EU2, won so many races, which I've lost count. Very well done from him though. It's another win to the tally. Should be his 10th win of the season, and it's the 18th race. Mazza takes the fastest lap, and here is your winner, Jamie. winning in 51 minutes, which isn't too bad actually. So Jamie, he won almost 10 seconds ahead of Madfast, and then Hecht, JSAC, Racer, Mackie Racers, Don Ammo, has J Apprentice and Real R Life finishing at the top 10. And then we had Muzza and Matty finishing outside, Electric Blade 3 laps down, and then Con, Arbart, Wisey Boy, Jedi and Spud all retiring. We can do interviews. I don't know if we'll have the same issue though. Yeah, I think we won't do interviews then, because we had some issues and we don't want the same issues to carry over. So that will be it. We are live. Was it a few hours for AM1? I think that's what, is it 1 AM UK time? I don't know. It's in a few hours, that's all I know. You can see that if you want. I don't know who's on commentary, sorry for that, but I don't know. And well, it might be Shelly and Kitten, but I don't actually know. And tomorrow there is EU1, which is Shelly and Shane commentating. Same time, same place, which is hopefully where we see another exciting race around Mexico. So that's it from us. So we have a Christmas break, so we'll be back first week. It'll be the 3rd of January for EU4. 5th? This race will be on the 5th. Which will be the San Marino Grand Prix around Imola, which everyone's excited for. And we will say good night there, and have a good rest of the night, everyone.